upselling things so much.
And again, because just sticking to reality here, because every time I have any conversations or that I see conversations being had with liberals, Democrats slash Biden supporters and whatnot, it's very common to have a conversation. We want to talk. I'm having a conversation about Biden and the things that we've been seeing with Biden, and yet the conversation will always go to deflect about Trump. And I think people are forgetting what they've been seeing. So I want to send a shout out to individuals, and I've ran across a few of them on YouTube and on X and stuff like that. And I'm going to play a few. We're going to play a few minutes, a couple minutes of what we've been seeing out of this man mentally, just mentally, for the last few years now. All right, and here we go.
I um, anyway, and I don't want to. I don't want to. Well, maybe choose my words. I was just thinking. Uh, anyway, I just look. I mean, Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah, it was in January after being elected. The late January, early February. He said, "It's not we lead, not just." Well, I won't go into it. Here's what drives the driver in the states that are affected. Here's what you can do, the drivers. I for two reasons. One, to it's an impact the decades been making, because inaction was there was inaction with the Department of with from from Charlotte, one another line going from in Florida down to Tampa. The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you, that you like to be able to, anyway. The idea that and Joan Shingang, I'm going to pronounce it, Shanga, but there's there to be beginning this effort, and I want you to know that I want to thank you as well for but the nature, not the America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was to look, solid meeting with the Los Angeles and what am I doing here? From
Now, mind you, we are 3 minutes into a 5 minute video, but I'm going to pause it for a minute. And Pops, I'm just going to ask you, and Salamander also, um, just off of those first 3 minutes, what's your first like reactions as far as on the topic of what we're talking about with this man?
I think it's sad because the man is sick. There's a difference between, you don't agree with them. They're crazy, narcissistic. At least they're functioning, they're thinking. They just off gone somewhere. This man is sick. He's sick. It ain't about agreeing with what he wants to do. It ain't about, the way he wants the country to go, the way he wants to do in the world. This man is ill. And at this point, it's cruelty. The system, the structure is set up to be able to absorb this. So why are y'all putting this human being through this?
It's kind of you have to ask yourself who's sicker, him or the people who will look at this and defend it and think that this is okay to keep pushing this on the people or supporting it as if it's
He,
not happening.
he's doing what he can, but people around him see what's going on. His wife, oh man, that's the one. That's the one that needs to get
I'm
motherfucking.
I'm more concerned with the American people that support him.
I'm more
The
concerned with
Democratic
the fact that that
the
man's
people.
no. I'm more concerned with the fact. Think about it. That man's woman, his wife, is allowing him to go through this.
Yeah, but I don't have no sympathy
So
for
who's
him.
really running the world?
I don't have there's a good question because I don't have no sympathy for him. Like I said, I want I demand answers from the people that support this because they keep on supporting it and acting and letting these people lie to you in your face like, oh, he's okay, and you see this with your own eyes, but yet anything except for the bad man. You know what I mean? And
Man,
I don't get this. I don't understand what are we doing at this point where we can
at
sit
this
here.
point forward, Mumbles, every minute that this man is still in office, we are vulnerable as a country. Think
Oh,
about it. America, do you trust this man to make the decision to push the button or not? Just think about it. Yeah, that's the most radical thing he would have to do. But do you trust him to know
it's
if he has to
I,
push it
I
or not?
I got one for you. It ain't even so much as do you trust him to push the button. Do you trust him to stop a Chinese spy balloon from flying across your country and recording vital information of all your military secrets that was available to this balloon? Do you
Yep.
trust him to shoot it down on time before it comes across your country? I
And
don't.
let
You know why I don't trust it? Because he's already allowed it to happen. Come on, man. Real consequence. Do you trust this man to stop 10 million people from coming into this country illegally, knowing that there's been several thousands of them who have been confirmed threats to the country? See,
I'm
it gets real. I don't have no sympathy for him, and I got disdain for the people who keep on supporting this as if we're not seeing this happen in front of our face in real life.
they can't let this can't the hat is off. They got this week to do something.
Oh no, you don't believe that. Look,
Yeah, no, no,
you know
no,
them.
no.
They'll lie until the wheels fall off, literally. And if you don't believe me, look, I got some reactions that I'll let you talk for a minute while I find this. But let's look at their reactions.
Oh, I
Look,
know
look,
what
look,
their reactions have been, but it starts coming unwound in the morning. You know, the is because at this point the world is like, man, hey, who's over there running shit? You heard what Putin said? Shit,
yeah.
you know. So I mean, at this point,
Hey,
they got this week.
real quick on that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get us off topic, but I just want to hit one thing, man. I just want to say, um, Tucker Carlson, as far as journalism goes, is the GOAT from this day forward. I don't care what anybody says. I done sat there and watched that whole interview. I didn't watch a lot of his interviews, but he didn't change. He's the same, and he's asking questions. Look, he's up here he's up here asking Putin about, man, when about releasing motherfuckers from jail and shit, man. I mean,
Can he go home with me?
you know what I'm saying? And it's like there was a couple times during the interview I'm watching, I'm like, and I'm looking at Putin's demeanor and stuff, and I'm like, man, in your head you have this as evil as Putin's supposed to be and everything. So it's like I'm sitting here waiting for the camera to cut off, like, but I had to keep in my mind like this is pre-recorded. This is pre-recorded. So he made it out of there safely. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, Putin like the best around, be like, you know what? I'm
It's
glad
over. You
you
ain't going back.
yeah, you go ahead and stay with me for a little while. Let me show you what I can do. Because I mean, he was just pushing back, and now, and also, I just want to say that all the censorship and everything that came behind that interview, and all the pre censorship, because they kept on trying to do it even before it was released, and stuff was very uncalled for. Anyone who watched the interview knows that this man just he basically gave a history lesson of Russia and Ukraine, and how and why he stands where he stands.
Yep.
I mean, what in the world, man? When we can't, y'all stopping us from hearing this? Hey, man, I'm so tired. The censorship. It seems like I say that every week.